Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Emily and I help small business owners and e-com brand owners elevate their brand using email marketing. So today we're going to talk about a really important concept for all businesses, and this is the marketing funnel. Now, a marketing funnel is basically just a framework that shows you how customers move from being aware of your brand to ultimately making a purchase decision and then becoming loyal customers that are advocates for your brand. So this is just a framework, but there are specific tools that you can use to help your customers move along that journey. I'm going to be diving into what this funnel looks like, and then specifically for email marketing, how you can utilize tools, campaigns, specific email flows to build your own marketing funnel. So let's get started. So at the very top of the funnel, we have the discovery phase or the awareness phase. This is basically where people first discover your brand. Maybe it's through social media, word of mouth, or through paid advertising. This is basically the intro that people get to your brand. The key here is to grab people's attention and make a good first impression. Your objective is not to sell on the first go, but basically just to present yourself as a compelling and a trustworthy brand. And at this point, what we want to do is invite people into our audience so that they move into the next phase of the funnel. So stage 2 is the interest phase. So this is where people's curiosity has been piqued. They're kind of buying into what you're doing, at least emotionally, and they want to learn more. This is the time for killer content, long-form blogs, videos, maybe even a webinar. This is all about providing value, answering questions they may have, and showing your audience why you are the solution that they've been looking for. So once people have moved through the interest phase, they then step into the consideration phase or stage. Now they are weighing up the options and more seriously considering purchasing your product or service. Here, trust is vital. Utilize reviews, case studies, give people social proof so that starts to sway their decision in your favor. Then finally, they make the decision, they move into the decision stage and they are ready to buy. They make a purchase. So they've weighed all their options, now it's time to seal the deal. So you want to present them with a really clear call to action, perhaps a limited time offer, something that inspires a bit of urgency for them to make the decision now and purchase. Then the next stage is advocacy, because the people that have purchased from us are actually the most valuable members of our wider audience. These people, if we treat them well, we give them great customer service, we have follow-up emails, they can become loyal advocates for our brand. And as we know, word of mouth is one of the most powerful forms of marketing because people trust people. So in this stage, we really want to think about rounding off that brand experience for people, sending follow-up emails, making sure they have how-tos in terms of your product. Perhaps there's an offer to join a loyalty program or an affiliate program. We basically want to keep our customers really happy and to bring them into our inner circle. That is the marketing funnel just in general. And as you know, with everything, this is just a framework and people don't necessarily follow every step of the funnel. Sometimes people go straight from awareness to purchase, or perhaps it's a bit more of a linear process. But the idea is that especially with email, you can move people across each of these phases. So once you've captured their initial interest, you can start to add value, build trust, and then eventually have strong calls to actions with urgency and take them to that purchase decision and build relationships with customers post-purchase. Let's dive a little bit deeper into which specific flows and tools I would use in email marketing to create the ultimate e-commerce funnel. You've got your email marketing set up. Now, where do you start? There's no point just sending people random emails at random points in time. You really want to think about how to structure your marketing efforts and specific campaigns and specific automations so that you're guiding people along this journey we have just described. So in terms of awareness, this is when people first become aware of your brand. And while I would normally say this happens on a place like social media or through paid ads, you can also see it as when people first opt into your newsletter or a lead magnet. This is your opportunity to really make them brand aware and to establish your brand identity. So this would take the form of a really well-crafted and intentional welcome email flow. So how I would do this is the moment someone signs up, I would send them an email saying, hey, welcome. This is who we are. This is what we stand for. We're so happy to have you in the community or family. Obviously, keeping in mind your own brand voice and identity. Then I would wait 2 or 3 days and send them either a piece of value, something like, here's something for free. Just build that trust with your audience and get them to lean on you as the problem solver to whatever problem they are facing. Or I would look at, if you're an e-commerce brand, I would look at presenting your best sellers to them, making them aware of the specific products you have. Then I would wait another 2 or 3 days and I would invite them to follow us on social platforms. So this is like really bringing people into that first awareness phase, getting them to buy into your brand in general. And in that first week, you want to take customers from having just learned about your brand to really understanding what it is that you do. Now, the next 2 phases I see as kind of mesh together. So if you're looking at the stage of interest and then consideration, this kind of falls under a broader category of engagement. You want customers to start engaging in a positive way with your content and with your emails. This is a way that they build trust and start to build a relationship with your brand. So I would use newsletters, email blasts for this specific phase, looking at really adding value, showing social proof, building trust through consistent brand messaging, and also through personalization. So this is where email is really powerful in that you can personalize emails specifically for the recipient. You can also target people based on specific demographics. So people really feel like you as a brand care about them. And this again builds trust and moves them from that interest consideration into like more of a purchase mindset. Now, in the decision phase, there are a couple of things that you can think about here. The first is having very clear calls to action on any email blast that goes out. So like I said earlier, creating a sense of urgency, perhaps creating a limited time or exclusive offer that pushes people into that purchase mindset and makes them want to make a decision now. The second thing you want to think about are specific email flows that when people are in that purchase mindset, but maybe they're not quite sure, they are abandoning their cart, they're adding things to cart, but then leaving. You want to think about your cart abandonment flow and your browse abandonment flow. So browse abandonment is when people are just looking and then they leave, but you can see based on your email marketing platform data that people have been engaging with your product pages. So then what you want to do is reach out and say, like, maybe they're still not sure, maybe they need a little bit of extra social proof, just a little bit of a push to purchase. So you can send specific emails that really cater to what that mindset might be of someone who is looking at your product pages and then leaving. And then secondly, cart abandonment is people are adding products to cart, but they're not quite making a purchase decision yet. They're not clicking buy or entering in their credit card details. So what you want to think about here is, what are the objections that people would be facing? Perhaps, like I said, they need a little bit more social proof. So what I would do with cart abandonment is send people a reminder, add some product testimonials that really highlight the benefits of your product. If that does not work, then a day later or 2 days later, perhaps offer them an incentive in the form of a discount. Because one of the things that could be holding people back is just the concern that the amount that they're going to spend is not going to equate to the value that they're going to get. So you can mitigate that by offering them a very limited time discount if they complete their cart purchase now. This is one of the most successful and highly converting email flows that you can implement. Lastly, once people have made that purchase decision and you want to move them into the kind of advocacy phase, you really want to think about the customer journey and the customer experience once they have purchased. So thinking about what is that post-purchase flow. So people have now bought something, I would say immediately send them a thank you, and I would make it a very personal thank you, maybe from the founder. Just add personality to emails and thank people directly for their support of your brand. The second thing I would do is a couple days later, send them an email managing their expectations around shipping times and delivery dates. And then what I would do is follow up with any how-to or product information they need to know to get started. But it doesn't end there. Once people have received their product, I would look at getting a review app that automatically sends people a request for a review 2 weeks after they have received their product. So this gives them enough time to try it out, to see what they think. And now what we want to do is get their feedback. And a lot of amazing review apps, I use Loox.io. It automatically sends out this review request and it offers people a discount on their next purchase if they send in a review, which is a great incentive to keep people coming back for more. The other thing that I would do post this is have an email automation that goes out maybe a month after people purchase and invite them to join your loyalty program, to refer a friend, or to become an affiliate. This really brings people into your inner circle and makes them and encourages them to become advocates for the brand. So I hope this was really helpful. I have created an email marketing course for e-commerce beginners and small business owners where I walk through the creation of every one of these email automations and creating your newsletter content calendar, where I walk through building out this email funnel in detail, and that is available on Gumroad, so go check it out if you're interested in learning more. And if you like this video, please let me know and subscribe, let me know what you want to see more of. Have a good day.